Good morning, students. So, in physical education, let's start with the next chapter, that is chapter number 2, muscular system. So, in this chapter, we are going to read about the muscles, types of muscles, or the types of muscle contraction, identification of different types of muscles, and the benefits of exercise on the muscular system. Let's start with the introductory part. So, motion is the basis of human activities. In other words, the movement of human body is only possible by the contractibility of muscles. So, as we move, we run, we walk, whatever we do, it is because of muscles. So, muscular tissues constitute 40 to 50% of the body weight of an individual. So, how many muscles are there in human body? There are 650 muscles which are attached to the skeleton. The muscles which are placed beneath the skin are flat muscles, and the muscles of trunk are broad and flat, whereas the upper and the lower limb have long muscles. So, what are muscles actually? They are a number of fibers, means thread like fibers that are connected with each other with connective tissue. So each fiber has its own cell and it contains a liquid called sarcoplasm. As we see the cytoplasm in cells, so they have sarcoplasm. So there is another thing called microfibrils which are found in cells that are real source of contraction and extension. As when we walk or run or whatever we do, our muscles contract. Every fiber is covered with a membrane called sarcolemma. Now let's read about the three types of muscles. So they are what? They are voluntary, also called skeletal muscles. Next is involuntary or called smooth muscles, and the last one is cardiac muscles. So the skeletal muscles make up 42% of an adult's body weight. These are called voluntary muscles because we can move it through our willpower. These muscles are also called striped muscles because we can see black and white stripes on it. So this voluntary muscles makes the movement of entire body or parts of the body from place to place and also gives rise to the movements associated with respiration. The next one is involuntary or smooth muscles. So most of our internal organs such as urinary bladder, gallbladder, arteries, vein, etc. are made up of smooth muscles. So these muscles cannot be controlled by us. They are controlled by nervous system and hormones. So as because these muscles are not controlled by our will, that is why they are called involuntary muscles. The next one is cardiac muscle. So these muscles are found in our heart, and there are stripes in these muscles as in voluntary muscles. But it differs slightly because its fibers have some branches. And in these muscles, we can see a large oval and centrally located nucleus. So, cardiac muscle is also involuntary as we cannot control it by our will and has little or no capacity for regeneration. Next is types of muscle contraction. So, this muscle contraction can be classified into two groups, that is isotonic contraction and isometric contraction. So, first one is isotonic contraction. So, this term is derived from two Greek words, that is iso means same and tonikos meaning tension. So, isotonic contraction is one in which the muscle maintains the same tension as it shortens or contracts. So, what happens in this? In this contraction, a tension, or we also call it force, will develop up to a certain level. And after this level, the tension remains constant while the length of the muscle will subsequently change. So, various examples of isotonic contractions are running, jumping, walking, weightlifting, etc. So, there are two types of isotonic contraction, they are concentric and eccentric. In concentric contraction, the muscle shortens or contracts when its tension is greater than the force opposing it. Next is eccentric contraction, in which the force is greater than the muscle tension. and this causes the muscle to elongate. Next is isometric, the second type of contraction. So, isometric means same length. So, during this contraction, the muscle does not shorten or change its length, and the tension never exceeds the opposing force. Examples of isometric contractions include holding a weight in place above the ground, pushing a wall, or wall sit exercise. So, students will write the differences between isotonic and isometric contraction.